this is Angela from Nightbird Tarot. This is the second video in the series for Truth from Spirit. This is a collective message for all zodiac signs, all placements. It's a collective message for the collective energy. What I do with these videos is I do some channeling prior to the video, and then I pull some tarot cards to give you a message from Spirit. This is for the collective. This is for those of you that are going through awakenings, for those of you that wanting more information from Spirit, for those of you that are called towards this message. So we're going to start by calling in Spirit, and then I'm going to talk to you about what I channeled today in my meditation as I was connecting with Spirit, and then we'll pull some tarot cards to get a finished message for the collective. Let's call in Spirit. Okay, thank you for being here. If you like these readings and you like my channel and you're new here, please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want. Welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for being here. Thank you for opening up your heart and your mind to not only Pisces readings, but also for the collective, as this is a message from Spirit. So I have my notes here from when I did my meditation earlier today, and I'm going to go through it. I think I have them in order. But I'm going to go through the different things that I wrote down here. So the first thing that the first thing that came to me during my channeling and meditation is that Spirit wants the collective to know that the purpose of one body, the purpose in Spirit is that your body is in Spirit. The spirit is not within the body. And we talked about that in the very first video in this series, okay? And those who are awakening no longer feel that they are the same as they were before. There is a death happening at this point. The death of that body, that part of the spirit has changed. It's almost like an awakening has happened where that part of what Spirit was saying to me is that part of you no longer exists once you have awakened. Okay. So the purpose of the body to go through this in spirit is to awaken. And we did talk about a little bit of that before. So that is the purpose. Awakening is your purpose of being in this realm, being in this spirit, being in this collective connection with the entire, with everything and anything that you see, person, place, thing, etc. It's all one. And Spirit said the awakening has begun. The earth is awakening to become the new earth, or what is called the new creation. And that is happening through the awakening. We did talk about the Schumann resonance in the last video, and that is the faint heartbeat of the world that is calculated by different meters that they use all over the earth in order to hear and see what this heartbeat is. And this is the earth. And if you go to the Schumann resonance, you'll see that it's kind of been off the chart lately, okay? The heartbeat of this world is changing. It is changing and it is evolving. And Spirit said it is evolving into the new earth or the new creation. So as you are awakening, Spirit said to me, you hear it in songs, you hear it in the history, and it's all related. So you hear it in things from history, you hear it in songs, those that have been awakened prior to you. People have been awakening, Spirit said, for hundreds and thousands of years. Hundreds and thousands of years. And some of those of you who are awakening are treating it like it's a game, unfortunately, Spirit said. Spirit said that there's some people, some humans on this planet that are treating what they are getting through as an awakening as a game. And it's almost like they are pointing fingers, they're saying things, they're being very eccentric about it, which is an energetic kind of feeling that you get with an awakening. But there are some people that are playing it like it's a game, and they think that this is something that's new, but it's not. Awakening has been going on for hundreds and thousands of years. The skipping of the timelines is not what people think it is, Spirit said. It's the creation of the new earth, or the new creation. So you may see that on the Schumann resonance as well. You may see that there's been a jump in time, and people talk about, skipping timelines and things like that. How the Bernstein Bears or the Bernstein Bears, people remembered it. It was spelled differently. People remember that Chick-fil-A looked different, and they think that's a timeline shift. And what Spirit told me is the skipping of the timelines is not what people think it actually is. It is the creation of the new earth and the new creation, in other words. It is a renewal of consciousness, is what Spirit told me. It's the renewal of consciousness, as I'm going through my notes here. And these are all the signs that are around you that are showing you that that this world is becoming the new earth, the new creation through awakening. And the elite within our planet keep the truth from you. The elite keep the truth from you, is what Spirit said. So as you hear those before us in songs, you may hear those who were awakened in songs. You'll listen to the lyrics of the songs, and they're talking about the awakening. They're talking about what's hidden from you. They're talking about the things that has been going on for hundreds and thousands of years as people wake up to the reality of our existence. So you hear it in songs, you hear it in history, it's all related. The forgetting is the fingerprint of history. The forgetting is in the fingerprint of history. So we come here in order to remember. And the forgetting of what we truly are as a conscious being, a collective, a one spirit. Our bodies are in the spirit. The forgetting is in the fingerprint of history, as Spirit said to me. The new earth has begun, and the heartbeat of the earth is changing. So some of those who are awakened, again, as I said, they are treating it like a game. They think it's new, but this has been going on for hundreds and thousands of years. The body as a whole, the body of Spirit, has risen again, okay? And the body has risen into a new body, much like what Jesus was talking about. By awakening, you see everything is connected. So those are the messages that I got from Spirit as I was meditating and channeling Spirit. I will put those in the comments like I did in the last video for this series, so that you can look at those words from Spirit and connect to those words in however way that you wish to. So at this time, what I'd like to do is pull some tarot cards and see if we can get a message from Spirit on the truth from Spirit. Let me do some shuffling. I hope that you're all doing well tonight. If you like these type of readings, please give me a thumbs up. Please let me know in the comment section if you like these kind of videos. I'm going to continue to keep doing a series of these videos as Spirit is giving me the information. But please let me know if you're connected to this type of reading. I'd really like to know in the comments section, or what type of awakening that you've been going through. It really helps me feel like I'm part of your lives when you make the comments. And again, if you like this type of reading, you can give it a thumbs up. You can hit the hype button to share it with other people. You can share it directly with other people. You can hit the thanks button if you're called to do that as well. Angels, guides, ancestors, what is the message? What is the truth from Spirit, please, Spirit? What is the truth from Spirit? We have the Empress. Message from the divine, please, Spirit. For the collective. Page of Cups. The Eight of Wands. Chariot. Okay. And we have the World in the shadow here. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Spirit is talking about this earth. Spirit is talking about the changes that are happening. The changes that are happening are the old that is dying, and it is creating the new. It is creating the new world. It is creating the new earth. It is the new creation. And I feel like when this is going to come, and with the completion of this new earth, there will be change. There will be awakening. It will be for everyone because everyone is connected. The old way of living will be gone. The elite will fall and the truth will be revealed. So I feel like that's what's in the shadow here. It being in the shadow tells me that Spirit says that not everyone is awakened to what's happening with the world. The world is changing, as Spirit said. Not everyone is awakened to it. Not everyone knows about the heartbeat of the world. Not everyone knows that the creation of the new earth, the new creation is coming through as more and more are awakening. We have the Empress here. This is making me feel like this is growth. This is bounty. This is life-giving. This is a card of pregnancy. New life is emerging, is what Spirit is saying. New life, the new earth. The old body is dying. The body of the earth is dying as the awakened, the collective, are changing and growing, evolving. So this is all about birth, new life with the Empress here. It requires emotional maturity with the Page of Cups being here. It requires an open mind because the mind has been changed by the elite, by the regulations, the conformity that has been brought onto us since we've been born. This requires emotional maturity. It's going to show you what you are all about. Through this awakening, for some of you that are going through this awakening, there are parts of this awakening that can be very scary, such as the dark night of the soul. Releasing that old version of yourself. And it is very difficult. It is almost like a death of yourself as you go through this awakening. What you were before no longer exists once you have become awakened. And it requires emotional maturity in order for you to evolve and grow spiritually. You may panic during this time of change as you're going through this awakening. And you may want it to slow down. You're like, wait, there's way too much going on. I'm getting way too much downloads. I'm getting way too much information. I need to slow down, and it may make you panic. As this new world, this new creation is coming through. As Spirit says, the body has risen again in a new body, the same as Jesus. And that may be very scary for some people. And this may require help from others to help you move through this journey that you are on. You may need to talk with others that are more ahead of you in this awakening. And there is no, there's no timeline to this awakening. Again, it's been happening for hundreds and thousands of years to lots of different people, lots of different humans, lots of different spiritual entities. It's been going on for a very long time. There are signs and symbols all around you. Once you are awakened, you see it everywhere. I'm going to pull a few more here. What else, Spirit? What is the truth from Spirit, please? What is the truth from Spirit? What do we need to know for today's reading, please? Spirit is saying to me that not everything can be revealed all at one time. This may give you social anxiety as you are going through this awakening. You may actually lose friends, family members, because they are not enlightened the way that you are. It can be very scary, and you can feel very alone through this awakening. It may make you feel very insecure as well. You may be dependent on others who are also awakened in order to help navigate through this change. More and more people are going through this change as we are into now the age of Aquarius. We're just in the beginning years. And Aquarius is all about awakening, enlightenment. It can be scary because everything that you've ever known is completely different once you're awakened. I feel like there's a responsibility that comes along with being awakened. There's a responsibility in order to manage how and when you talk about this. There is a responsibility as a collective to show others the truth for what they're missing when they're not awakened, to pull them into the awakening so that they may also come into the new earth. Jesus talked about this in the Bible, that it's a very narrow road to the new heaven, the new earth, the new creation. The reason why is because you can be narrow-minded and not be open to see the truth. What else, Spirit? So through the process, you may be changing your perspective. And I feel like the answers will come. The answers will come when you start to change your perspective on the reason you are here. That is the number one question that everyone wants to know. What is the purpose of my life? Sometimes by changing the perspective will give you the answers that you want. And Spirit is saying The answers will come when you change your perspective. Restoration will come in. What else, please, Spirit? So you need to make a decision and act on faith with confidence as you are going through this enlightenment. Everyone's on a different timeline. You may have been going through this for several years. You may have just started on this journey of awakening. You may have been at this for 20, 30, 40 years. But information comes in waves. And you may be anxiously awaiting for that next door to open, as we talked about in the last video. But you need to make the decision and act with faith and confidence. And focus on this spiritual, personal truth. You're on a spiritual journey. That is the meaning of life. To remember. It's a spiritual journey that you're on. And when you become awakened, you will see and know with everything around you that we are all connected. The back of the deck here, we have the Death card. So when you hold on to the old earth, there's an attachment. You're holding on to what is decaying, which is no longer going to be here. The attachment of the old in fear of letting it go and stepping into the new creation of the new earth. How everything will change. Perspective will change. And it will be a new earth and a new life for everyone. I'm going to pull a message from the universe here. So those are the messages that I got. Let's see what the message is from the universe, from Spirit. Angels, guides, ancestors, what is the message from the universe, from Spirit, please? What does the collective need to know right now, please? Okay, well, we got 2. So the collective, it says, if you want to be more successful in life, your priority should be to focus your mindset on all that you want to attract into your life. Trust that more is happening than what you can see. Many forces are at work in your favor. Allow them to help you. I feel like this is all about manifestation. When you are awakened, you realize that you can manifest and get anything that you want, anytime, any place, anywhere. So, if you want more success in your life, your priority should be to focus that within your mind, and you will attract it into your life. It says bigger and better experiences are coming your way. This is the enlightenment. This is the new earth, the new creation. You may not be able to see it, but great things are coming together for you, and that's the collective, as you read this. Trust the process and let it unfold in divine timing. Spirit is in charge here. Move forward knowing that all is working out just fine. So I'm going to leave the message there for this week. It feels very good right there. If you like this type of message, please give me a thumbs up. Again, please share it with other people as well. This is a collective message, remember? So you can share it with anyone. I hope that you enjoyed it this evening. I hope you enjoyed connecting to Spirit, from Truth from Spirit, here at Nightbird Tarot. And I'm Angela, so in case you don't know that. I look forward to the next series, next video of this series. And yeah, I'd love to hear it from you in the comments section. Have a blessed night. Namaste.